Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So it has been a long time since I've recorded a video. This past month and a half has been a little chaotic. Moved back home and a lot of stuff has gone on in my personal life that has I haven't just recorded in a long time. So I am back, and since I've been gone for a while, there's been a lot of topics that have happened that I have the ability to talk about. So the first video uh, after break, is the conflict in Nagorno Karabakh. So Armenia, flag here on the left, Azerbaijan, flag here on the right. So first and foremost, Stepanakert, it was a city in the breakaway region of Artsakh that is now in Azerbaijan, also known as Kankendi. Capital of the Nagorno Karabakh region, a mountainous region in the South Caucasus. So, we'll actually scoot over to this tab. So, actually, hold on. We'll go over to Google Maps first. So, a little bit about the area. So, you got Europe, you got Africa, you got Asia, you got the Mediterranean, Black Sea, and Caspian. So, the three countries of the Caucasus: Georgia, not the state of Georgia here in the United States, but the country of Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. So three small countries surrounded by three bigger countries. So Iran right here, Turkey right here, and Russia up here. So three small countries surrounded by three bigger countries. And the Caucasus has some very interesting politics because right up here we have Abkhazia and South Ossetia. So those are two breakaway regions. So the 2008 Russian invasion of Georgia. So, and then down here we have Armenia and Azerbaijan. So this is the two countries that are having issues down here. So right down here is basically the region of Nagorno Karabakh. So we'll skip back over to this tab. So in the mid 1990s, after the breakup of the Soviet Union, there was a war between Armenia and Azerbaijan that the Armenians won. And there was basically this breakaway region called Artsakh that was right here, which was about 100,000, 125,000 ethnic Armenians in this region right here. They basically were its own breakaway region called Artsakh, and that was the first war. The second war took place in 2020. The Azerbaijanis won that, so they took control of this pink area, green area, and the orange area was Armenian controlled, and then this little red stretch right here was called the Lakan Corridor. So if we scoot back over to the map, so the Lakan Corridor right here, you had most of those fleeing from Stepanakert or Kankendi, depending on who you asked, depending on the name of the city. Go through the Lakan Corridor and then go to Goris, and then those 100,000, 125,000 or so ethnic Armenians fled to Goris and then were reintegrated into Armenia. So a little bit more about the region. If you notice that this section right here is Nakhchivan, so that is a part of Azerbaijan. So this is Azerbaijan right here, and that's a part of Azerbaijan, which is the bigger country right here. But if you'll notice that there is a border with Turkey at this one road right here. So there is the region of Nakhchivan that is part of Azerbaijan, and then that borders Turkey. So Turkey and Azerbaijan are allies. Because Erdogan, who is the leader of Turkey, wants, to create this pan-Turkic vision that he has. So going from Istanbul and the Sea of Marmara to Azerbaijan to the Caspian Sea and then into Central Asia, which has a large Turkic population. However, the Iranians do not want that because they see that as a potential territorial integrity, a threat to their integrity. Because up here in Iran, there is a very serious minority who are ethnically Azerbaijani, Azeri. So that's why the Israelis have been selling arms to Azerbaijan in their war against Armenia. Because from Israel's point of view, if they can give arms to the Azeris, the Azerbaijanis, then that could potentially pose an issue to the Iranians. And there's, obviously issues between Israel and Iran that are pretty obvious. So Israel supports Azerbaijan because that in turn could potentially threaten the integrity of Iran because of their serious minority population of Azerbaijanis. Turkey and Azerbaijan are allies. Iran and Armenia are allies. Iran and Russia are allies because there's a Russian base in Armenia here in, I think it's Gyumri. Yeah. So Armenia is part of the CSTO, the Russian off-brand version of NATO, even though the Russians just let the Armenians fend for themselves. So that's a very interesting just dynamic here in the Caucasus. Three small countries surrounded by three bigger countries, and then potentially other actors who have interests. Maybe the Israelis, the Europeans have interests because they get a bunch of gas from Azerbaijan after the war in Ukraine. So it's very interesting and complex. So this used to be the breakaway region of Artsakh, and then ultimately came under the control of Azerbaijan. So that's a better map from Al Jazeera. So that's a little bit of a breakdown about the conflict that happened in Nagorno Karabakh, and that there could potentially be more conflict in the region that could spark into a regional conflict. So that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Deuces.